GHTV tenka our Facebook and YouTube www.cgatv.com and so a website meeting SC Janwa Dazin.
Dr. Gideon Boako is also the MPP parliamentary candidate for
Tano
North, where he is expected to win Biggie. It's already an MPP seat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So soon to be honorable. Spokesperson for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. This must have been a difficult choice. What happened?
Well, I'm not too sure about the difficulty of the choice. I think anybody who has followed our politics, and you are a great historian, you know, your memory about the past and the issues that happened in the early hours or early days of our political dispensation is quite perfect. If you followed the NPP tradition and where we have come from and where we have gotten to, and the unique selection of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, and you really wanted to connect history to tradition, it wouldn't have been difficult to think that first the selection of the running mate must be something that should take a certain region into consideration and the tradition of the party into consideration. We were in the early days of the formation of UP from NLM and NPP, the Northern People's Party, whereby the Northern People's Party had a majority in parliament, and then NLM came with just, you know, the minutest of the number. And yet the NPP, Northern People's Party, ceded their majority seat position to the NLM. Today, you have a reverse situation. You have those, quote unquote, from the Northern People's Party, you know, tradition, represented by Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, coming in with minority seats in parliament, so to speak, and those from the NLM side coming with majority seat in parliament, and yet they decided to elect, you understand, they decided to elect the somebody from the minority side to be their leader. And interestingly, in those days, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia's father was part of the key architects for the formation of NLM. Dr. Osofri Yakutu's father was the face of NLM, and he was the face for that, you know, collaboration between NLM and the NPP. And yet, Dr. Bawumia's father and the Northern People's Party people decided to stay behind and give the chance to the NLM fraternity. And today, you have the same, you know, repetition. Dr. Bawumia is there, and Bafo Akoto's son, Dr. Osofri Akoto, also contested the election. And this tradition decided that let us flip the coin and give the opportunity to those from the minority, and those of us from the majority will stay behind. And those in the minority who have been, you know, put in the front position decided that let's go to NLM and pick somebody from NLM to be the running mate. And Dr. Matupuku Prempeh is coming from Manhyia. NLM was birthed at Manhyia, and this time around we have somebody also from Manhyia, a typical NLM tradition, who is the running mate to Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. So it's a rebirth of the UP tradition. When we say UP tradition, the amalgamation of NLM and the other smaller parties, and then NPP. Today, we have seen another rebirth. It's more or less a reincarnation of the UP tradition. And that is why I agree with you that the unity of the NPP is going to be stronger, and the process is going to assume an acceleration more than what other people may think. So every single NPP person should be happy, because we are having a kind of leadership and a ticket today that represents the true foundations of the party. And for me, that is what satisfies me. It gives hope to everybody that it's a matter of time. Everyone will have a representation in the NPP. And so I don't think it was difficult for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to decide on who to become the running mate. Of course, we needed to allow time to define the movements and how we go about it. based on the dictates of the Constitution. And lo and behold, by the grace of God, the New Patriotic Party has gone to National Council, selected a running mate. And I am not too old, so to speak, in the NPP, but I followed the selection of running mate. I remember when Dr. Bawumia was being selected, was it at Alisa Hotel?
Same place, same Alisa.
No, Fiesta or Alisa?
Alisa
Hotel.
2008.
More or less went into the night.
Late in the night.
Late in the night.
It took Kufuor to settle it.
Exactly. It was not an easy decision, but this one has been the smoothest, if I can remember. And I remember when Dr. Bawumia was selected, the kind of comments that greeted the selection. Opposition here and there, we won't agree, we won't accept it. Same with Alhaji Lumbama of blessed memory. We have not seen that with the selection of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. You've seen unanimous acceptance of the candidacy of Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. That shows that it's a ticket or it's a selection that more or less everybody is happy with it.
Is that what happened that we were not there at the National Executive? Was it?
Oh,
the executive meeting ended very quickly, so I assume that it was just approved.
It was a smooth process.
National Council also ended before 6 o'clock.
No, look, the entire
one
process,
of the shortest National Council
the entire
meetings.
process did not last for more than 2 hours.
Was President Akufo-Addo there?
Yes, the shortest. The entire process did not last for more than 2 hours. I remember very well when Dr. Bawumia was selected.
Oh, that went into the night.
It was. You understand? But look at this selection. It has been very smooth. It also shows the kind of confidence the party and the leadership of the party have in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and the kind of respect they accord to him, that we believe and respect your judgment. Once you've come with a decision, we're all in anticipation. We've perused whatever you presented to us, and we think that is the best for us to go with.
Okay, you've made the traditional case for it, but let's look at the political case for it. Why is Matthew Opoku Prempeh a better choice in this election where the NPP is seeking something that has not happened in Ghana's Fourth Republic to secure a third-term victory? Akufo-Addo nearly got it in 2008. He didn't, so it's not part of the record. What is the political choice in making Matthew Opoku Prempeh the running mate?
I think the political choice, comes in varied shades. If you are a candidate and you want to select a running mate, the overarching idea is that you win the elections and you run your government with the person. So all those virtues and attributes that anybody will expect from a running mate. And the vice president gives some indication in his interview with the African Watch that you must trust the person must be loyal, competent, hardworking, and the two of you must be compatible. I think Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, satisfies all of this. He has those kind of traits. But beyond that, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is not just in to be a ceremonial, presidential candidate. He wants to win the elections. So who do you think can complement you in terms of drawing in votes to win the elections? And in drawing in votes, there are two sides of it. First, you need to think about how you are going to consolidate your gains, and then how you're going to bring outsiders also to your fold. But what is important to the NPP is that we need at all material points in time to consolidate our gains. If you study the electoral history, NPP has never lost elections in this country from 2000 with less than 47% of the Ghanaian votes. Anytime we lost, the lowest we have gone to is 47%. NPP has lost elections in this country with 49+%. Unlike the NDC has gone to 43%, 44%, and they have hovered around that. It tells you that the core typical base of the NPP in this country is far above that of the NDC. And so if you have a core typical base of the party, that constitutes between 47 and 49% of the Ghanaian electoral college. It means that you have to consolidate your gains there. If you're able to do that, inspire confidence, inspire hope in the party, do away with disgruntled party people, do away with despondency, automatically you have 47 to 49%. All that you need
before you start.
So
that on December 6th, you are starting at 47.
That is it. If you follow the electoral history, NPP on average, okay, if we're able to work so hard to consolidate our gains, you start with 47 to 49%. We've never gone below 47% in this country since 2000. Unlike the NDC, that has done 43%, and that has been their area they operate. So if you're able to consolidate your gains, it means that you start the election with
What is the meaning of consolidating your gains?
making sure that the people in your party, none, not a single one of them, decides that for A reason or B reason, I'm not going to sit at home. I'm not deciding that I won't vote. You know, in politics,
You
people
mean
have
apathy?
expectations.
You're trying to
Exactly.
rekindle. You're trying to fight off apathy.
Exactly. People have expectations. When those expectations are not met, so many decisions come to play, apathy and all of that. And MPP suffered that in 2008. In 2008, the first round, if he had had more, about 30,000 votes more.
They are not great like that, but they produce president and vice president. We who are great, or that day, we produce Speaker of Parliament, the legendary Michael Quay. We produce Minister of Finance, Kwesi Boche. The president, we haven't done it yet. Small school, Prempeh College. They have one president, and if Baumia wins, they'll have a vice president. Tamale Secondary School is the big story. Tamale Secondary School have one president in John Dramani Mahama. If Dr. Baumia wins, they will have two presidents. Tamale Secondary School, small school, two presidents, John Dramani Mahama and Alhaji Muhammadu Baumia. So I'm guessing Tamale Secondary School people are going to vote in a certain way. Because if the thing goes in a certain way, Tamasco has produced two presidents in the Fourth Republic. Two. Presec, 0. Achimota, 1. St. Peter's, 0. Ivan Simpim, 0. Achimota, 2. Rawlings and Mills. Sorry. Rawlings and Mills. No, I said Fourth Republic. Why are you saying Nkrumah? It's Fourth Republic. Rawlings and Mills. Achimota, 2. And rightly so. Ivan Simpim, 0. Addis Adel, talk to you. Addis 0. And Presec, 0. Huh? Aquinas have president. Oh, but Aquinas is not when I'm talking the schools. Aquinas says, this man, if that's your school, sorry. So, Tamale Secondary School is the midfielder in this whole election.
Ghana Senior High School.
Oh, both of them are Ghana Senior High. Oh, Mahama is Ghana Senior High and Baumia is Tamale. Okay, sorry. Then Tamale Secondary School are desperate to get a president. If that were to happen, two schools in Tamale, they have two presidents. So even the Ghana's people who went to school in Tamale, they would like to have two presidents from two schools in Tamale. So it's a big story. That's our big story tonight. Don't go anywhere. We have so much to say about that. And I'm going to introduce something we have done. Imagine. Hallelujah, Yesu dina yewawa ampa. Yesu dina yewawa ampa. Imagine. Hallelujah, Yesu dina yewawa ampa. Yesu dina yewawa ampa. Hey, this election go nice. I've never covered an election that you salivate about the campaign like this. Oh wow, 2024 is a big deal. Muhammadu Baumia, John Dramani Mahama, Professor Jenano Pokwajiman, and predecessor Matthew Poku Prempeh is going to be feisty. Okay, let's set the ball rolling. Tom, Campaign General, good evening. How are you? All right, Andy, we spoke this afternoon, didn't we? Good evening. How are you? We're trying to put together